Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session we are going to see very interesting topic from anthropology. In anthropology, many students they feel that physical anthropology is very difficult. But if you understand the concept from basic, physical anthropology is very easy and even you can write a very good structured answer in your examination. And even you'll get good number of questions from this physical anthropology in your paper 1 of anthropology. Now, in this class, I am going to pick up a small topic from chapter 9 which deals with genetics. And this chapter is about entirely related to our DNA, genes, genetic disorders, how this DNA replication will happen and what happens if you are getting these genetic disorders. So what is genetic counseling? Everything will be dealt in this 9th chapter. I am picking out one topic, it is numeric and structural chromosomal aberration. Why I picked this topic is many a times UPSC asked question on this topic in mains directly. I want to simplify this topic. Okay, first of all, here we have to understand the keyword. The keyword is chromosome. First of all, you have to understand what exactly the chromosome is, and next you have to see what is the meaning of this word aberration. And you have to see what exactly the causes of this chromosomal aberrations. And here we have two types. One is numerical and another is structural. And we have to see classification of numerical and structural. We have to understand what exactly is causing this numerical and structural chromosomal aberration, and you have to see some examples related to that. That means which kind of diseases are caused because of numerical and structural chromosomal aberration, and next you have to see about that disease in detail. So this covers this entire numerical and structural chromosomal aberrations topic. Okay, first of all, now let us see what is a chromosome. To understand this chromosome, you need to know the basics. So what is that basic? That is structural and functional unit of an organism you need to know. That is nothing but the cell. And in cell, we have two types of cells. One is plant cell and next one is animal cell. Normally, animal cell is represented in this rectangle and plant cell is represented in this hexagonal shape. I think you might have studied this topic in your school time. And anthropology is related to humans. So we are now ignoring this plant cell and we are going to see this animal cell. In this animal cell, inside this we will be having small and as well as somewhat big size cell organelles. One important major organelle is nucleus. Inside the nucleus we can see thread-like structure which is coiled. Okay, so this is called as chromatin. Chromatin is nothing but it is a thread-like coiled structure which is present inside the cell. It is called as chromatin. Normally, whenever the cell enters into a phase of cell division, during that time, this chromatin will be condensed into chromosome. Okay, that means during cell division time only we can see condensed chromatin, and that condensed chromatin is chromosome. And what does this chromosome contain? This chromosome is nothing but it is a coiled DNA, and this DNA is coiled around one protein, and that protein is called as histone protein. Around this histone protein, DNA is coiled and it is tightly packed to form this chromosome. And now let us see the structure of chromosome. If you see the structure of chromosome, normally the structure will be in this way. Two arms upper side and two arms lower side, and you are joined at a point, and this point is called as centromere. Center part is called as centromere, and upper side of the centromere we have two arms, and these arms are called as P arm. And lower part we have again two arms. These two arms are called as Q arm. This arm is shorter arm and this arm is longer arm. And we have ends of this chromosome on these four arms. These ends are called as telomere. So telomere plays a very important role. Especially we'll study about this role of telomere when we study one more topic called as aging and senescence. What happens here is whenever the cell go on dividing, because of that cell division only we can see there is a growth and development in our body. Then what happened, because of this repeated divisions, the arms of this chromosome will be decreasing. So based on that, we'll be getting that stage called as aging and senescence. There again we'll discuss about this telomere. As of now, just remember that this is the structure of chromosome. It has some important parts called as centromere, which is at center. Upper two arms are called as P arm and lower two arms is called as Q arm. And here, now let us represent the DNA. DNA will be like this. It is coiled in a way. And it is coiled around protein called as histone protein. It will be like this. Around histone protein, this DNA is coiled and it is arranged in this way, and this is the structure of our chromosome. Clear? I hope this is clear. And now let us move on to the introduction part. So how many chromosomes do we have in a cell? In our cell, human cell, we have 2x. Nothing but 23 pairs of chromosomes. So 23 pairs means nothing but 46 chromosomes. And these chromosomes are two types. Okay, if you're talking about types of chromosomes, we have two types of chromosomes in our body cell. First one is autosome. Second one is allosome. What are these autosomes and what are these allosomes? As I said, we have 23 pair of chromosomes. Under that, 1 to 22 pairs. They are called as autosomes, and their function is related to the growth, different organ functions, different system functions in our body. But this allosome is 23rd pair. It is the last pair. It will determine the gender or sex of that organism. If gender is female, then it is represented by XX chromosome. If gender is male, it is represented by XY. Okay. So this is about the thing that you have to remember. Whenever the cell is going for cell division, how this chromosome will appear in our cell is, let us consider this as a cell. During cell division time, we can see this. One pair, second pair, third pair, and they will be giving you the numbers like this. Fourth pair, fifth pair, sixth pair, like this. And how can we identify that is chromosome number 1, chromosome number 2, and last will be like 23rd chromosome. If it is XX, that is female. If it is male, we can see one is X and one is Y. Always Y chromosome size is less than that of X chromosome. Okay. So how can we arrange them in pair? It is based on the size. If the size is big, it is placed under number 1. And if you see the 22nd chromosome size is small, and the bigger size of chromosome is placed in number 1. So in this way, the chromosomes will be seen in the cell during this time of cell division. Okay. So these are the basics of the chromosome. So why chromosomes are important, especially in genetics? Why we'll study this numerical and structural aberrations? That is because chromosomes, they carry all genetic information which is required for entire growth, development, reproduction, inheritance. If there is any abnormality in this chromosome, that will be carried to the next generation. That will lead to this genetic disorder or genetic diseases. Because of this understanding chromosome, and we have to see if there is any structural or numerical chromosomal abnormality to understand how it is passing or how it is causing genetic disease. For that reason, this topic is very important. This will become a basic to understand genetic disorders. Okay, now let us see what is a chromosomal aberration. Till now, we studied about chromosome. I hope that chromosome topic is very clear. And now let us see aberration. Aberration is nothing but change. Okay, so this change in chromosome can be happened in two ways. One is in the structure of chromosome. Second one is in the number of chromosome. Because of that, the title of this class is Structural and Numerical Chromosomal Aberrations. Structure means, you know what is structure. If there is any change in the structure of chromosomes, sometimes there will be no arms, sometimes there will be increased length of arm, sometimes there will be deletion of one arm, sometimes there will be the shortening of arm. Okay, so because of this, what happened? There will be some abnormality in the structure of chromosome that will cause some disorder, right? For example, we have Cry-do-Cat syndrome. And next one is number. So how many chromosomes we have? 23 pairs. That means 46 chromosomes. If there is any increased number or if there is any decrease in number of chromosome, that is also an abnormality. This is also called as number or numerical chromosomal aberration. So this is the meaning. But why this aberration or why this change happens? Whenever there is incomplete division or whenever there is deletion of DNA or deletion of gene or any other reason or like mutation can cause this chromosomal aberration. Okay, now let us see the classification. In this class, I will be showing you the classification of numerical chromosomal aberration. I will be not dealing with the structural aberration. Why? Because in our class, we are going to start actually a new batch of anthropology from August 3rd onwards. In that class, everything will be dealt from basic to advanced level. And the main features of that course is daily you will be having 2.5 hours of class from Monday to Friday. On Saturday, we will be having the revision test. Apart from that revision test of that week, we are also going to have daily answer writing practice also. And I will be correcting your answers. And as part of this course, we are also going to provide you the material which includes paper 1 and as well as paper 2 separately. Along with that, we are also going to give you PYQs from 1985 onwards, and even we are going to give you the blueprint. And each and every topic will be dealt from basic level. If you are from any background like maths, arts or engineering or any other background, if you attend my classes, every concept will be clear. And I will not miss even a single topic from your paper 1 or paper 2, and those 2 papers will be dealt by me itself. I am not going to call any faculty to deal other topics. I will be dealing entire paper 1 and as well as paper 2 solely. And the duration of this course is 3.5 months, guys. Okay, and I will be showing you a lot of videos and I will be giving you the flow chart. I will show you an example. So this kind of flow charts I will be giving in the class, and I will make you to draw in the class itself, so that will be helpful for active recall and that will be helpful for your revision. So if you are drawing this kind of flow charts in your answer, that will improve your value addition content presentation, so that you will be getting more score compared to that of others, guys. And if you want to join this course, please do contact us on this number 8074765513. And you can text on the same number on WhatsApp, and even you can come to our academy. You can visit our academy and you can talk to me directly. I will be available from morning to evening in our academy, and you can take your own decision, guys. Okay. And now let us see about this numerical aberration. Numerical is related to number, right? So in this numerical aberrations, we have 2 types. One is euploidy, second one is aneuploidy. Euploidy is nothing but there will be change in complete set. There will be change in complete set of chromosomes. So how many chromosomes we have? 23 pairs. So what happens in this aneuploidy is, we have again different types here. We have monoploidy and we have aneuploidy. Generally, we will be having 2x chromosomes, that is 2 into 23, right? In monoploidy, what happens? We will be having only x. Mono means single. Single set of chromosomes instead of two sets, right? So here in X, we have 23 chromosomes only instead of 46. And we have poly. Poly means many. Many sets of chromosomes will have. For example, we have triploidy means 3x. That means 3 into 23. Next one is tetraploidy means 4 into x. That is 4 into 23. So on, like pentaploidy, hexaploidy, heptaploidy. Okay. So this is as part of this euploidy. This is one type. And second type is aneuploidy. Aneuploidy is nothing but it is change in number of chromosomes, in number of individual chromosomes. Here we discussed about complete set, here it is about individual chromosome. So here we have hyperploidy. So what is the normal number of chromosomes we'll have? 46. Hyper means if you're having more than 46 chromosomes, this condition is called as hyperploidy. Hypo means less. If you're having less than 46 chromosomes, this condition is called as hypoploidy. In hypoploidy, we have trisomes, we have tetrasomes, we have pentasome. Trisome means nothing but normally in this image what we studied, we have 1, 2, that means a pair of chromosome, right? Instead of that single pair of chromosome, in that number, if you are having extra chromosome, if you are having 3 chromosomes, then that condition is called as trisome or trisomy. Instead of 3, if you are having 4, it is called as tetrasome. Instead of this, if you are having 5, then it is called as pentasome. So like that, this kind of condition, instead of 2 chromosomes, if you are having extra chromosome, it is called as trisome. If you are having extra 2 chromosome, it is called as tetrasome. If it is having extra 1 more chromosome, it is called as pentasome. Okay. So here we have trisome. So what are the examples of this trisome? In this trisome, we have again 2 conditions. So how many types of chromosomes do we have? We have autosomes and we have allosomes. So what are autosomes? From 1 to 22 pairs is called as autosome. 23rd pair is called as allosome, right? And 23rd pair will be deciding the gender. Yes. So here if you see the trisomy condition, normally for female we will be having XX. If you are having extra 1x, this condition is called as super female. Okay. And we have XY. Instead of XY for male, if we are adding 1 more Y chromosome here, what happens? Super male. Okay. And we have one more condition, XX, we have Y. This condition is called as Klinefelter syndrome. So these are some examples of trisomy at this 23rd pair, that is on sex chromosome. If you are having extra chromosome, we have this kind of genetic diseases called as super female, super male and Klinefelter syndrome. And now we have other condition. So this kind of extra chromosome can be seen in this autosomes also, right? At 18th chromosome, if you are having extra chromosome, we have one syndrome. On 13th chromosome, if you are having extra chromosome like this, we have one genetic disorder. And on 21st chromosome, if you are having extra chromosome, we are having another disorder. So these are the 3 main genetic disorders related to this autosome trisomy. The names of that syndrome is Down syndrome, Patau syndrome and Edwards syndrome. As I said in my earlier class when I discussed about the impact of genetic what is that, impact of consanguineous marriages or effects of consanguineous marriages. In that I shared my personal story. I lost my first baby because of Down syndrome, that is 21 trisomy. That is this. Okay. Yes. And now let us see one more condition. We have hypoploidy. Hypo means whatever the number of chromosomes we have, less than that we will be having. Okay, so in this we have monosome. Monosome means nothing but we are having deficient of one chromosome. That means 2x minus 1 or 2n minus 1. That means normally we need to have 46 chromosomes minus 1. That means we have only 45 chromosomes. And this one is we have one more condition called as nullosome. Nullosome means nothing but 2x minus 2 or 2n minus 2. Rather than 46, we will be having deficient of 2 chromosomes. So overall we have 44 chromosomes. I'll give you example for this also. Okay, if you take this autosome here, I'll change the color of pen. Normally for female we need to have XX. But if you are having XO, if there is missing of one chromosome here, that syndrome is called as Turner syndrome. It is seen in female actually. Okay, like that we are having different genetic disorders which are caused because of this change in just number of chromosomes. Okay, and we are going to deal in detail about different types of diseases, what are the signs and symptoms, why this kind of change in the number can happen, everything in detail in our course. And if you want to join our course, we are providing both on online and offline, guys. Please do contact us on the number which is appearing on the screen. Don't forget. And I wish we are going to meet in the course soon. All the best, guys.